Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Victor the Magician, and today I want to show you my favourite method for locating the 4 aces in a shuffled deck of cards using my favourite deck of cards. Our deck of the day, VHS 1982 playing cards. They are glorious, absolutely amazing. So, I usually do a bit more of an introduction than this, I'm aware, but today I just want to jump straight in and get on with the trick, because it is an absolute doozy. You are going to love it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started. Okay, so then, we obviously have our deck of the day here, which we're going to give a nice, clean shuffle to. There we go. And now I'm going to need 2 cards off the top of the deck, which happen to be the King of Clubs and the Jack of Hearts. There we go. Now, what these cards are doesn't actually make a huge amount of difference, but what they do does. Now, the same is also true of the next group of cards, which are going to be... I do apologise, I'm just adjusting the lighting here so we actually have a slightly better view of the... Yeah, I think you can see that better now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Also going to need another 2 cards off the top of the deck, which in this case are going to be the Jack of Diamonds and the King of Hearts. There's a lot of Jacks and Kings shuffled to the top of the deck. It really was a random shuffle, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm not 100% sure how that's happened. We're also going to need another 2 cards off the top of the deck, which in this case happen to be the Jack of Spades and the 3 of Hearts. There we are. We're getting to the number cards now, apparently. There we are, 3 of Hearts, Jack of Spades. And next down we're also going to need, let me see, yes, oh sorry, I think I turned over 2 at once there, let's do that again. Oh no I didn't, that's the 4 of Diamonds and the 4 of Hearts. Ooh, 2 4s, lovely. Now, this might seem like an awful lot of faff for finding 4 aces. I mean, we're using 8 other cards, but I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, this is 100% worth it. So we're going to give these other cards a bit of a shuffle. There we go. Let's do the bridge. Lovely way of shuffling a deck of cards, that. Now, all I'm going to do is take these 2 cards here and insert them randomly into the deck, somewhere near the bottom. Let's go here. Now I'm going to take these 2 cards here. Oops, readjust those. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Want to keep these nice and squared up, that's important. So these 2 cards are going, ooh, not quite as close to the middle of the deck. I mean, not quite as close to the bottom of the deck, a bit close to the middle. In they go. These 2, again, they're going to go in here. And these guys are going to go quite near the top, actually. There we go. Now, watch what happens. I'm actually going to move these over this way because we seem to have a... Again, we want to make sure that you have the best possible view. Watch what happens as I just spread through this deck. Okay, well, let's try that again, because that didn't go so well, did it, ladies and gentlemen? The camera is a bit smaller than usual, so I'm just going to go ahead and rotate so you can see the whole spread. So over here, we have our 2 4s, but between them we have 1 face down card trapped, which is our first ace, the Ace of Diamonds. Over here we have our Jack of Spades and our 3 of Hearts, and between them again we have 1 face down card trapped, which happens to be our second ace, the Ace of Spades. Look how shiny these cards are, they're wonderful. This is largely the reason I'm doing this trick, I just love this deck of cards. Again, over here, we have our Jack of Hearts and our King of Clubs, and between them trapped 1 face down card, which is of course our Ace of Clubs, our third ace. And last but not least, our Jack of Hearts and our King of Hearts, with 1 card trapped between them, which is, of course, the Ace of Hearts. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you find the 4 aces in a shuffled deck using 8 other cards. one moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can probably tell from the overall quality of that footage, I'm experimenting with a bit of a new lighting and camera setup. Hopefully that means that in some ways it's a bit better. You can see, obviously, the ace is a lot better. You can see the quality of the deck much more clearly and just how beautiful the cards are. On the other hand, it was quite hard to fit everything into frame because we're dealing with a less of a wide-angle lens, so even though the aspect ratio should look the same on your computer screen or your YouTube channel, it's a bit different filming for me. So please bear with me while we work through those difficulties, and I hope you enjoyed the trick. It really is a fantastic card location effect. 4 aces from a shuffled deck. I mean, if the deck is shuffled, 8 random cards are selected, the deck is shuffled again, those cards are inserted into the deck and you find the 4 aces. It's a beautiful method, and I'm not going to reveal it, but I am still working on a project I like to call Tutorial Tuesday, so we may get around to showing you that at some point. In the meantime, I've been Victor the Magician, and I'll see you next time for more magic. Ah, whoops. Also, pressing the stop button on this new camera is a bit harder than on the old one.